Good day, authors. Dave here from myebook.co.za. A very emotional question today for authors publishing on Amazon. Where's the money? So, this question came from one of my authors where she was wondering, well, why hasn't Amazon paid me? Where's the money that I've worked so hard for? A very emotional issue for authors, guys. Why would you do this if it wasn't for the money? So we're going to dig into Amazon, into the KDP bookshelf, into the report section. I'm going to show you what authors should be looking for. I'm going to show you how to pull the reports. I'm going to show you what the reports look like. Obviously, guys, these reports all are pulled into Microsoft Excel. So you should have Microsoft in your system. If you don't, you could try a free option like LibreOffice or OpenOffice to see if that works. All my reports I'm going to show you will be Microsoft Excel. So, are you ready, guys? Let's delve into this. So, you're selling books on Amazon. Now, you've decided that KDP is for you. Amazon is the biggest bookstore. It makes complete sense. You've been selling for a while. Now you want that feedback. How am I selling? You know, how much have I made? Which countries am I selling into the most? Because it's really important to know which readers are accepting and loving your book. So, let's start, guys. Obviously, as always, the starting point is kdp.amazon.com. This is the control center, guys. So let's log in. Now, once again, a big thanks to the very kind author who allowed me to use her account for this demo. Okay, so username, password, and we're in. Okay, so as we can see, the author's book is here for sale at $8.99. The fact that it's live, I can see it's not also opted into KDP Select. Great. So what now? The book's selling. We can view it right here. Okay, we can see the title, the subtitle, the book contributors. We can see the different formats. Obviously, this author also has a CreateSpace version, which is why we're seeing the paperback. We're seeing the book blurb. We scroll a bit further down. We can see it's got a sales rank of 1.194462 million. So it's selling, but it's not selling that well. And we can see a bit about this author. Great, guys. So how much money are we making? Is it selling? Where's it selling? Great, guys. First step is the report section. So right here, hope you can see it clearly, is the report section. Bookshelf we're on now shows us what books we have published live. Let's do it. Reports. Are you ready? Okay, so what you're seeing here is all the possible reports you could pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 types of reports. Not to worry, I know it looks confusing. Let's focus on the most important one. So just by scrolling down, just by grabbing that scroll bar, pulling down, we see a visual representation of what's happening. We can see this way is units, and this axis is the date. So we can see 1 sale, 2 sale. We can see the dates. Great feedback. We can see the dates. We can see how many. So 2 units over the past 30 days. Let's get a bigger picture, guys. So let's see 90 days. So 90 days. Update that report. We can see the date range is automatically adjusted. Update. How's this book doing? Okay, there we go. That's better. So 90 days. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sales over 90 days. But wait. What is this blue line here, guys? A lot of authors come back and say, well, red line, great, I get it. We get the red graph. What about this blue graph? What does this mean? Ooh, what does number mean? So we're showing that 52 KENP is red. What does that mean? Okay, guys, so when you opt your book into KDP Select, which obviously this author has at some point, people then have the option of reading into your book and you are paid per page read. No longer is it a single transaction, bang, 1 sale, you've earned the money. This KDP Select and the KENP, which by the way you can see stands for Kindle Edition Normalized Pages, means that Amazon takes its best guess about how big your book is. So your book, for example, is 500 average Kindle pages, which is average text size, average amount of pictures, average page size, that sort of thing, is 500 pages, for example. Now, I buy your book and I read only 50%. You'll get paid only for 50% of whatever price you chose. So for 50 pages, you'd be paid 50 times that going rate. So this blue graph is not 50 sales, it's 50 pages that have been read of your book. And you'll get paid for the 50 pages only, which will always be less than an actual sale, obviously. Okay, scrolling down, royalties earned. I love this, guys. It's a very quick summary of the money you've earned, obviously through the different marketplaces, because it's not just Amazon.com, it's Amazon.de, .fr, .br, .mx for all the different countries. So this little table tells you how your book is sold in the other countries. So we can see some sales in America, in the UK, Australian as well, which is very interesting. Okay, so just to sum it up, for the 90 days, we can see 5 sales. We can see that someone has also read into the book but not completed the book. So you're being paid for the Kindle, for the KDP Select program, you're being paid 50 pages worth of your book. We can see roughly for the 90 days what sort of money you've earned. So great. What does this tell us? You've earned money. Great first step, guys. You've earned money. You can see how much just for the 90 days. To actually see before the 90 days, obviously this author's been up for longer than 90 days. So we can actually view the prior month royalties here as well. So if we click on the prior month royalties, we can see now for each month, we can download an Excel report on the book sales. So this is for historic sales, guys, for historic sales. Okay, let's come back to the main reports tab. Okay, so we can see 5 books over the last 90 days. Next question is, well, great, so I'm selling books. What am I getting paid? Okay, so out of these 8 options, payments is where I want you guys to look. Payments, if we click on it, ooh, what's this, guys? No payments found, but we saw over 90 days I've sold books. Why are we seeing no payments? Ooh, this is scary, right? No, it's not. Very good reason, very good reasoning for this. Okay, so if we were on the main section, we saw sales, but under payments, we see nothing. I know what's going on. Let me show you. So let's go up to this person's account details. Okay, that's personal details. Okay, we can see that the person's reduced their tax from 30% to 0%. Obviously, that's done for those of us who are outside the US and the UK and Europe. By plugging in your country of origin along with your income tax number, you can reduce that 30% to 0%. Obviously, Amazon wants to keep 30% just in case you might need taxes sorted out with the IRS in the United States. Okay, what are we looking at? This is where Amazon wants to pay the author's money to. What do we see? Nothing. We see that this is left as a default setting. What is a default setting? Guys, you can see it right there. Amazon wants to pay this author by posted check. Okay, so why haven't we seen posted check entries under the payments report? Well, guys, because Amazon will only bother posting you a check after you've sold $100 or more worth of books. Now, we can look through the author's historical reports. I can guarantee you it's not going to be $100 worth. So the reason we are not seeing any payments to this author over the last few months is because she hasn't ticked over $100 or the currency equivalent in pounds, for example. She hasn't ticked over that amount, which is why she has not got paid. So if we come back to the report section and we pull a report, okay, now I've actually done this in the background, so I'm not going to wait for it. This is the author's report here. We see that you're selling, okay, but because you're being paid by posted check, your total sales must be over $100. Then they're going to post you a check. Now, posted check, obviously, for those of us in Africa where I am, sucks. We can't rely on our post office to get us a damn check here. So, posted check for authors outside of the first world countries is not a great option. Just looking at the sales report, we can see that sales have come from .com.co.uk, .com.au, which is obviously Australia as well. Very nice report, very quick and easy to understand. I really recommend your authors pull this report. Okay, but now, so this author, the feedback we're going to give her is, well, you're selling, but if you're going to keep your details as default, it will try to post you the check. You're going to have to wait. What's the option now, guys? What do you do for those of us who live in Africa? The post office doesn't work. What do we do? Let me introduce you to Payoneer. Now, Payoneer is a PayPal-like service you apply for online, and essentially you then get an American account that Amazon will accept and pay to. So that's exactly what I'm going to recommend this author does. Here's a link for those guys who need it. Don't forget the service is called Payoneer. I'll make sure this link appears in the article, don't worry guys, at the bottom of the YouTube video. Okay, what I wanted to show you now is, well, let's see what a payment report looks like for someone who we know is selling. So I'm going to sign in off Google Chrome, which means it's not going to be the same author. I'm going to sign into an author who I know is selling books. Let's see how this looks different. So once again, guys, the bookshelf, we know this. This is the control center. Let's go to the reporting section. Let's go to the sexy reporting at the bottom. Look at that. Looks a lot different, doesn't it, guys? So we can see this author selling. Let's update it from 30 days to 90 days. Update the report. Look at that. We can see this author selling up to 4 books a day, averaging maybe 1 book a day, 2 books a day. We can see, okay, obviously this author is not selling books through the KDP Select program. Look at that. We can see that they've got a chunk of money sitting there. Now, the next question is, well, what's this author getting paid? When is the author getting paid? When should they expect payment? Once again, go straight back to the payments option. I'm going to click payments. Now look at this, guys. Doesn't that look different? This is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see the dates from which markets this money came and when it was paid and what the converted result. Because obviously, you know, you're earning money in pounds and Australian dollars and New Zealand dollars. Now, this total here is after it's converted it fully to US dollars. Now, that looks very different from our previous author. So here we go. We see that there's many payments set up. Now, the reason this author is getting payments frequently is if we come to the account setup, we're going to see it's no longer posted check. What's this? It's now a Bank of America account. So this author I know I helped has been using a Payoneer account. Once again, a Payoneer account. I'll tell you all about it over here in this article from my website. We applied for, we received, and we're using a Payoneer account, which means no posted check, no $100 limit. This author gets paid month after month after month directly. We can then pull the funds out of the Payoneer account into our local bank account. So let's go back. This author is using a Payoneer set of account details, which is why we're getting paid directly. So this author, if we go to the payments tab and we pull this Excel report, this is what it will look like, guys. Look at that. So it's not the prettiest report, I know. In fact, I don't like pulling the reports. I generally just sit here and stare at this, and this tells me exactly what I need to know. But this is what you should expect. You should expect that month by month from the different marketplaces, Amazon's going to pay you in US dollars. And when you pull your report, this is what you'll expect. And once again, guys, especially for authors outside of those first world countries, get yourself a Payoneer account, get paid directly. I can't recommend it enough. So I hope this has helped you guys understand how to see when you're getting paid, how much you're getting paid, and where you're getting paid from. Don't forget, guys, it's so important you get the validation as an author. Thank you so much for listening to the video. I really hope it's helped you, and I really hope we can speak again soon.